Yo, what's up, YouTube? It is UKF here back with another video, and today I'll be doing my college football playoff bracket. So, yeah, I haven't uploaded in about a month or so. It's a common occurrence, but perfect time to do this would be a college football playoff bracket. Um, What's happened this season? Probably the craziest season we've seen in ages. As you can see, all the seeds and everything. It would have been probably the easiest Oregon championship ever had this be the 4 team playoff, but it's 12 teams now, and we get started with a team who would never even sniff this in most time, 10 times out of 10 in a 4 team, but it's like a parasite. You can't kill them. We didn't get Bama, but we have to get Clemson, and Clemson has to play on the road at Texas. Texas has not beat a ranked team that like currently still ranked. So maybe there may be a little bit fraudulent, but Clemson's not the best. They almost blew that game to SMU, but their kicker bailed them out with an absolute boot. So Texas probably takes this game with ease. Quinn Ewers hasn't had the best year. His draft stock is tanked, but he's still probably gone after this year. Someone will take a chance on him. But yeah, they should probably win that game easily, and they gifted them a really easy path, I say. Then we got Tennessee and Ohio State, two teams who I also think are a tad bit fraudulent. Tennessee hasn't had a bad loss. Their losses are to Georgia and Arkansas. Arkansas is not a good loss, actually, 6-6, but still it was a road loss. Um, but Ohio State lost at home to Michigan in their last game. They want Ryan Day's head. If they lose at back-to-back home games and this one to Tennessee, he might be gone. But luckily or unluckily for them, I think Ohio State wins. Nico is not ready for the moment for Tennessee. He could call me just being a Tennessee hater, but I don't think they're good enough yet to win this game. Ohio State's talent, I think, wins out in the day. But if you see that next round matchup, I feel like win here may make them think they're actually back when a reality check is coming in the Rose Bowl. Then Penn State SMU. Yeah, these next two matchups are basically. I see maybe one contender these next 4 teams. I haven't picked as much as I want. You know what? James Franklin. They finally showed up against Oregon, and their fans think a packed Happy Valley. They're gonna be ready. I think SMU goes into Happy Valley and pulls one off because I haven't picked any upsets yet. I think in the other one I made just for fun, I picked Penn State, but in this video I was gonna pick them. I think Jennings throws for like 300 yards, and the running back. I'm sorry, I'm a non-baller. I don't remember his name, but I know he rushed for 1,000 yards. He goes off. I just think Penn State. They rose to the occasion of the Big Ten title game, but they still didn't win. And I just think it's going to come crashing down. Once again, they got a favorable bracket. They could very easily go to the semis, but I feel like if they're going out, they're going out now, leaving us a horsey battle in the Fiesta Bowl. Our last first round matchup between Indiana and Notre Dame. Indiana, some people say they deserve to make it, some say they didn't. They did benefit from an easy schedule, but their one loss was at Ohio State. So I mean they make it, but Notre Dame wins this pretty easily. Indiana maybe makes it a little bit closer. I think Notre Dame takes this relatively easily. And then we go to the Peach Bowl, which is a neutral site. Arizona State and Texas is probably going to be over on New Year's Day. An overwhelming amount of Texas fans probably. I'm going to go Texas once again. They got blessed to get that 5 seed. They probably do need to adjust this because quite literally, being a 5 seed would be more desirable than being a 1 in this year's scenario. That's crazy. I do agree that conference champion, like top 4 conference champions, get a bye, or maybe 5. Yeah, in the fifth is Clemson. But given Arizona State that bye, Boise I think kind of earned it. But they weren't ranked as high anyways. But moves on to probably Nah, there's Notre Dame, Georgia. But this is probably could be the best game on paper of the whole thing. But I think even though Rose Bowl, neutral site, Ohio State does have a good history with the Rose Bowl, with like JSN. But I'm gonna go Oregon. I just think Oregon is that much better. Ohio State, they get their one playoff win. They're only their second under Ryan Day, but I think this is the worst case scenario for Ohio State fans, where you get that one playoff win, but then you lose. So they probably don't fire Ryan Day, but also you're not satisfied with only that. But I think Oregon wins. Very realistic chance Ohio State wins, and you have the most very unpopular semifinals of two seemingly undeserving teams in it. Then we have what would be probably, regardless, this will probably be like the most fan like neutral fan like supporting game, regardless of if Penn State or SMU wins. But I think this is where Boise wins. It's the Fiesta Bowl, the famous Statue of Liberty play. I think against Oklahoma. I hope I'm not wrong on who it was in that Fiesta Bowl years ago. I think they win and they go to the semis. Jeanty going for 200 yards on SMU. SMU puts up a good fight, but it's not enough. Penn State, they don't have an Ashton Jeanty. So, yeah, that's why they couldn't beat SMU. But Boise, yeah, they do. And finally, in the Sugar Bowl, we got the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame against the Georgia Bulldogs. And in my last one, I actually picked Georgia to win this, but I completely forgot Beck was injured. So, can Gunnar Stockton beat Notre Dame? I'm not going to lie to you. I'm gonna stick with my pick. I'm going Georgia in this one. Here's my reason. Riley Leonard is going to choke this game. He's gonna throw like two picks. Notre Dame should win this game, and late you think they're gonna win, but they blow it. Georgia escapes again, and we're like, oh no, who's gonna save us? Wait a few seconds, and then finally the semifinals. You get one semi upset, but it's not really an upset. But you got Boise here at least, and Texas, Oregon. This is where it comes crashing down for Texas. Oregon takes them down. The superior team all year goes to the chip, except against Idaho State. And then Boise, Georgia. This to me will be similar to Michigan, TCU, sort of. People are like Boise shouldn't be here, Georgia, yada yada. But I think Beck's injury does bite them here once again. I know Notre Dame, like Love is one of the best backs in the nation. He ain't no Ashton Jeanty. Give me Boise State to the chip. We get a rematch from the game in Eugene earlier this year. Boise State and Oregon, and you already know what I'm doing. You think I'm going to pick against Ashton Jeanty? Yes, I am. Oregon is winning the national championship. I don't care who you put here. If they don't win it this year, they're never going to win it. They can stop making it's not a logo, it's the amount of championships they have. They need to win this because obviously they're going to have a chance for years to come. They're getting elite receivers. They have like a good quarterback in waiting behind Dylan Gabriel. But A, Oregon is my preseason natty pick, and two, the rest of this field is struggling weak. The number 2 seed doesn't have a quarterback. The 3 seed is Boise State, and the 4 seed is Arizona State. You have to be able to win a championship this year. I feel like the winner um, of this game is your national champion. Texas could beat Ohio State, but I really do think that unless it's Tennessee, Texas probably beats Tennessee. But I think whoever makes out of this upper part of the bracket is your champion. Obviously, I would love to see Boise complete the underdog story, but I think it's too much TCU. You make the run, prove people wrong, saying you didn't deserve it, and boom, championship game. I don't think they lose as much, but they don't win. I mean, that game earlier this year proved they can do it. They should have beat Oregon earlier this year, but they didn't. How many points did we score? Oh, the whole playoff. Let's just see. Let's see, 40, 60, 160, 200, 240, 280, 320, 360, 400. So it'd be 440 if they average 40 a game. I go 495. Why not? Yep. And that is my YouTube bracket. It says enter email to continue. Oh, I guess it didn't. I wasn't logged in the whole time. That's crazy. Can I go back? Go back? No. Take me back. I wasn't logged in the whole time. But regardless, it didn't save it. But hang on, let me just boop, 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 boop. Fix it. Get one last shot of it. I forgot I wasn't signed in. But that'll do it for this video of my. I'll make sure to sign in and submit the whole thing, so in case it wins. But that'll do it. Oh, it was 95 for this video. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. I may try and upload more in the future. And when the championship is Oregon Boise State, come back and thank me for telling you in advance. See you in the next one. Deuces.